what you're missing. All right, what's up, you junkies? Those on the replay. Welcome to the show. And I have to say, it's the 11th commandment. Watch Nighttiger comics. What's up, people? First live show of 2023. The last couple of years have been really good to us collectors, I think. This is going to be a slow year. I'm already digging in the dollar bins. I'm actually working on an upload, and you know how it is. I thought I had enough time. I scheduled this out like an hour, and it's like down to the wire. I think the video will be finished like 30 seconds after this just started. So what happened today? I had this long box. I purged my collection recently, last year, of like everything from like the late 90s pretty much all the way up to modern times. Took 90% of that out of my collection. It's stuff that I bought for a quarter, 50 cents to read because I liked it. Thought it was interesting. But I said, I'm going to go back to basics. For me, really where my collection ends is where the newsprint stops. I like having newsprint books. I don't like this glossy crap. You open it up, you can't read it, you got to turn it. It doesn't feel right, doesn't smell right, it weighs too much. Just everything's wrong about it. So I do have modern books in my collection, and matter of fact, I just bought some today. But it's just, I love the newsprint. It's everything about it. Okay, so I took a long box down there. It was mostly like DC filler. The Marvel stuff has been what everybody wants, so I've kind of been filling my buddies up with stuff and sending out AOKs. What's up, Dave? Just talking to the wife. I'm hoping that we could do a trip out to see you this year. I'd like to go see Gratu. Anyways, it's cold here, man. It's a freeze warning tonight. I'm like, what? I went out last night and I didn't wear nothing but I think like a flannel, and I was like freezing my ass off. Okay, I'm going to put the link in the chat. Anybody's welcome to come on. Make sure you have books to show. I'm going to show the stuff I just picked up today. I mean, nothing spectacular. I'm on the dollar bin year, which is fine with me. It's fun. It's therapy. So I like to hit my shops on like a schedule where I have enough time where I can go through and check for the DC logo variants, because it's tedious. You got to pull them up. You got to pull them out, sort through them to look at them. They have these new boxes they build. I just pull out a stack, look through that, and then I can just really fast look through the bottom. The only thing about it is you can miss keys because you're looking at the bottom so quick to go through them that you got to be looking back and forth. But so I went there and I took that long box in, and they gave me $60 credit, which was about double what I thought I was going to get for it. So I was pretty happy. I needed to get these. So I went in there. My primary goal was to get some sleeves. Golden Age. Man, it's like I'm waiting till I run out to get them because they're so hard to get, and I have to get the expensive ones now. So I got those, and I wanted to find some DCU logo variants. So I had time. The girls dropped me off. They went shopping. So what did I get for the $60? I had this already. It had $2 on it, so it's really nice. I love that teal. Just and I like how the cover depicts the time, the era. So I was 6 years old when this came out. Like I said, I already have this one. I love to see it. It looks like Susan Day was Mary Marvel. I love it. Love the 70s. Miss the 70s. Miss the 80s. I thought this one I've never seen. It's funny. It's got Dracula and Frankenstein attacking Superman. It's a Bronze Age book. It's number 344 from February 1980. Shazam. Yeah, there's an article by Alex Ross, I think, no, or video by Alex Ross on here on YouTube. He talks about how Jack Kirby was instrumental in resurrecting Captain Marvel. He was actually wanting to do the book, but at the time he had moved to California already, and they wanted to keep it close to the headquarters, whoever was on the book. So that's why he didn't get to do it. I thought this was Bruce Timm, but it's not. It's Paul Smith. It's still a cool chest cover with the spirit and death. But this next one is a Bruce Timm cover. I didn't know about this one. Spirit, number 15, August 2000. Nice, good girl, Bruce Timm. I'll take it with the spirit in the background. High grade, black cover, no spine ticks. So that's why I bought that one. Okay. I never had this. It was $1. Nice copy. Neil Adams cover. Nice Neil Adams cover. Really cool. A lot of detail in there. Back in the 80s, if you grew up in the 80s, which you probably did, you remember there was comic books for Feed the Poor in Africa. We had musicians getting together, writing songs. We had Live Aid. We had rock bands doing concerts for AIDS. We had a lot of this stuff. It was pretty cool. It was almost like the 70s all over. And so this shop, if they don't have a price, it's $1. Now, believe me, they've missed books. I find them. That's my job. Here's one. I know they had to miss this. This book is like really high grade from 1966. The cat's tearing up my butt. What are you doing? Hey. Hold on. The cat's tearing up my box. What are you doing? Okay. So as I was saying, high grade. It's got Robot Man on the cover. 1966. It was $1. Nighttiger was very happy. Go-go checks. Purple background. Would you buy it for $1? I would. I did. This book was, I think it had $4 on it. But it's signed by Dan Jurgens and Joe Rubinstein. First appearance of Superman's blue suit. Glow-in-the-dark cover. This was on the Hot 10 list this week or last week. Has a COA. And it's 5,100 and something out of 8,500. That's pretty cool. I have like five copies of this already, and probably 3 of the cover B. I like this. You can find it in dollar bins constantly. Oh, you could. I haven't seen one in a dollar bin in a while. Okay, what do we got going on here? Las Cruces says, very nice. Thank you, sir. That's very nice of you to say that. And Surf Blue says, yes, Shazam. Shazam. Okay, and then did you see what I got for free? I didn't. I'll have to check that out. Dave, come on, man. What's up? Get on here. It's cold. I bet it's colder over there than it is here. Let's see, glow. I don't think so. I'm not getting up to turn all the lights off. Okay. This was 3. A really, 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 really nice copy of Love Stories, 151, Bronze Age. So if you didn't know, I actually just discovered this myself watching Vintage Future Past, I think it's called. One of the guests they had on there actually is a list of all the romance comic books, and that the last one was printed in the 80s. So there's a finite list, people that aren't collectors that actually tried to complete that list. This collector that they had on was actually trying to do that at first. He said it was just too daunting, and he focused on certain areas. I think it was Charlton, but there's a DC. So there is an actual list of how many and what they are, meaning that the romance series, there's no actual series anymore. So the last romance comic book series ended in the 80s. I don't know what it was. He didn't say. This is a really high grade book. And the reason I bought it, I have it already, but they had 3. They had 2 priced at 10, and this one didn't have a price, meaning it's $1. So I grabbed it. And that is a DC special, number 10 from April 78. Arts, Bikes, and Comics is in the lair. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I thought I didn't know about it. And then when I was researching it, there were a few articles about it. So I thought, okay, it's pretty well known. And I was pretty surprised when I made the video how many people didn't know. I didn't. But let me tell you something. I have a couple more videos coming on Marvel stuff. I found some fun facts, and I just like to do little videos on them. I thought the video came out great. It was fun to do. It took like 5 hours, but I think the production came out really looking good on it. This is a Bronze Age. This is one of those thicker books. And this, like I said, was $1. I got it already. Nice purple background. This has the origin of Black Canary and the origin of Dr. Fate. I think it's actually the first origins for both characters. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just assuming that based on what I've seen. I didn't see anyone say that exactly, but I've never seen their origins anywhere else. So that's that. So did I get some DCU variant covers? I did. I never know how to say that. Some DCU variants, DC Universe variants, some darn books that everybody thinks is cool. I did. I got this one. I found this one before, high grade. So I have 2 of these now. It's got the Universal Monsters. Nice Kelly Jones. You can tell he's highly influenced by Bernie Wrightson. But this book looks even cooler with that DC logo sitting right there. Very high grade. These came in 3 and 5 packs, I believe, at Toys R Us in the 90s. Black Harney. And then this is a Mr. Freeze. I love Azrael. Batman is my favorite. I love him better than Bruce Wayne. I'm sorry. But he was just, his armor was just the coolest. It was like Iron Man who couldn't fly with a cape and a cowl. I just dug it. I loved his cable that flew out of his wrist, his little flying razor blades. One of the best fight scenes ever is in Catwoman. It crosses over between Catwoman and Batman or Detective. I'm not sure. In the Night Quest, where Azrael and Catwoman go at it, and it's really good. Okay, let me see what the crazies are saying here. Oh, I know, Dave. I was just funning with you. Funning with you, brother. Yeah, everybody stay warm tonight. Woo! I got the heat going. I got the main heat. I got little heaters. I'm going to be warm. Okay, here. So I found another one. These were all at $1. Matter of fact, these 3 didn't even have boards in them. They were in a bag, but no boards. Another high grade copy, 674, May 1994. These were, I don't know exactly the year. I know 94. I don't know, 93, 94 was the DC. Was it 1 or 2 years, or was it more than that? I don't know. Yeah, this is one thing I've never researched yet. I should do a video on that. This one's pretty cool. This one was like $2 or $3. Batman Adventures number 17, February 1994. Look at that logo. That logo looks so cool. Let's see what the inmates are saying. Got our water dripping. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I need to get mine dripping. Then I found Superboy number 1. This was $5. No, this was $3, I think. 3. And then this one was 5. Supergirl number 1 DC logo. I like these. I think they're cool and fun. I put some back, so I don't buy them all. There has to be like some coolness to it with the logo. There are some issues that so. And then I was looking at this. Somebody showed this on a video or on Instagram, I'm not sure. I actually almost bought one off eBay, but they had it there. It was $15. So, and it's in really nice shape. It's definitely a VG plus. You got the first Lois Lane issue number 1 story right there of the witch. And I like these 80-page giants. They smell great. Stories are fun. And you know what? This is a good reason to sit down for at least an hour or more reading a book like this. God Tanks, what's in here, my brother? Greetings, boom. Poof. Make it shake. So I was like, what am I going to show beyond what I just got? I got slabs. I got the second appearance of Mary Marvel right here with Sandy Claus on it. This was a book I got lucky on. Maybe someone else would get lucky on it. I don't think the seller knew what he had. I didn't know what he had. I didn't know this was the second appearance till recently, and somebody mentioned it to me. I just like it because it was early issue and it had Santa Claus. But her first appearance is in the issue before. That book is expensive. There's actually a friend of mine who has the first appearance. He bought it in 3 sections over a period of time, searching for like the cover list he got first with no centerfold. He finally found a cover, and then he finally found the centerfold. So he's got a book there worth some money. Oh, you did? Cool. So I've been brokering a deal between him and somebody to put it together for him. Do you like marble keys? I picked this up recently. It was an upgrade. The one that I had a little stain right here. I keep like wipes near me when I'm reading comics, when I'm eating snacks, and it actually touched the corner of that, and it soaked up that liquid, and I threw it in the press right away, but nothing helped it. So I upgraded to this one and gifted the other one to a friend. This is a good story. It's great art in here. This has every member of the Avengers that had joined the team up to that point, guest starring in here. And this is a relatively inexpensive book. I think you can get a decent copy for $40. What do you guys say? The link is in the chat. If you want to come on, get your ass in gear and get on here. Bring some books, talk some comics, give us some news. What's going on? So what do you guys think about that pregnant Joker? I was just thinking, if you're not a comic book fan and you get a job writing a comic, that's the story you're going to tell, because people that like to read Joker comics don't want to read that. So it's just definitely a publicity stunt. Joe was asking me what I thought about it. I didn't even know. He asked me, and I knew nothing about it. I thought he was kidding me at first. And I saw the article on Google and I read it, and I thought, how stupid, how pathetic. That's your way of getting your fame by defaming a character. It was you? Oh, that was you? Oh, yeah. I really don't remember. I knew it was somebody that I'd seen it on. Oh, you sure? I think, yeah, because it was around Halloween time. You posted on Instagram? or did you show it in a video? This is probably, if I had to say, my all-time top 10 comic books of all time would be, this book will be in there. The first time I read this, it was like, I was into drawing comics at the time, and I read this, and the art, man, the art in here is the best ever. Michael Golden. It's the best I've ever seen in a comic book, like consistent from panel to panel, all the way through. Just like, wow, like, wow. And Kirby can be like that, but this had the detail. It was like realistic. It was Neil Adams on steroids to me, this book. And I love panel covers. And a lot of people think this cover is not cool. I love this cover. And I got the chance to tell Al Mingram that I loved it. And his response was, if Michael Golden could have done it, it would have been much better. And I thought that was pretty humbling. But this is one I had and I sold in my first collections that I had. And then when I wanted to get it, it was a pricey book back in, like, I don't know, 2017 or 16. It was started to become a pricey book. And I lost several auctions. And one day I went into a toy store, and the owner has a flea market store. He had a flea market store of comic books and toys, and he has another store in Tampa. And I walked in, I was like, because I knew it was his store, but I was like, you got any comics? And he was like, oh, no, not here. And then he goes, wait a minute, I have a short box. And he brought out a short box. And I grabbed like 10 books, and he said $80. And one of the books was this. And they were all like $30, $40 books. So I was very happy. But anyways, if you're a nerd like me, you like hearing this kind of stuff. So I'm out. Gray Man's in. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. What's up? What time is it over there, Gray Man? Give us a time. I just got this recently, and this was a really good book. I really enjoyed it. I'd never read it before. I forgot who did the art. Was it Don Heck? I'm not sure. I like the art in it, though. I like this cover, and it's a pretty decent copy. I got this off eBay for shipped in taxes and everything, $25 off eBay. I thought it was a steal. What do you guys think? Was that a good deal? I'm finding these good Marvel deals lately. So that's Kang, first appearance of what's her name? Renslayer? Rana, the Renslayer, something like that. She's a time traveler. And I think she's like a princess, the daughter of a king of another planet or dimension or something. And Kang wants her to be his wife, and he's trying to win her love. Whoa, what's up with that? Ho. Hold on, guys. Come on, baby. Oh, that's not the one I want. Let me see if that other camera's not working. Anyways, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. It's 223 in Great Britain. And you're in London, correct? I'm trying to get a conversation going with Simon Comics. I mean, Simon Comics, Simple Simon. But we never seem to be able to mesh on time. Let's see what Mr. David's got to say there. Hey, Dave, what's the snack of the day, man? I had some of those Recess Easter eggs. I bought 2 bags of those. Ate them already. Oh, man, them things are so good. Now, I got this recently. I haven't read it yet. I don't know if I've read this or not. I haven't put any information on this either. But this is another. Oh, yeah, I did read this. This is where Captain America leaves the team. I think Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, and Hawkeye become the lead members. Thor's off on a battle somewhere, and I forget where Iron Man is. And then Cap is off on a mission. He comes back, and at the time he walks in, they're choosing new members, and he decides to leave, I think, at the end, if I remember correctly. What's up? Dave's in here from Mark Spector Comics. What's up, brother? He brought you to Walgreens. Who brought you to Walgreens? So, anyways, yeah. So I didn't pay much for this. I finally another book that I found a copy that came down under 50. I think I paid like 37 shipped for this or something. Where are we at? Oh, this. What do you guys like this? Do you guys like this book? Man, these are hard to find. I paid 35 cents for this one. It was in one of my LCSs. They were doing like 10 comics for $2 in a mystery pack. You could see the front and the back comic. And I bought one on my way out. I had like $2 that he needed to give me back or something. I said, "Oh, just give me one of these packs." And I turned it over, and this book was on the bottom. I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "Shh, Mike, don't say anything." It's like a $30, $40 book. Just really iconic. I don't know who the artist is. Let's see what the Tricky Trapster's here. What's up, everyone? He says, "Great deal. Low print run." Oh, is that what it was on that Punisher? Low print run. Yeah, I came back like 2 weeks later. The LCS, they had one for 35. Unfortunately, that LCS is closed. Pick this up this year. Happy to. That was just sitting on the wall over there, minding its own business. You could barely see it. But when I spotted it, I was on it like a vulture. He had 45 on it. I got it in a trade. So I traded some key books in. But 45, I would have paid 45 for that, no problem. And it has some writing, but you can't really tell. But this book is just so hard to get, so pricey. Little writing like that's not going to bother me. Oh. Okay, I'm putting that link back in the chat. Somebody get on here. Every time I touch this thing, my camera starts going wonky. All right. What do we got next? So I just grabbed random stuff. There goes my camera. Steve Ditko, who created the corner box. And see, guys, no corner box on there. So every time you see a Marvel without a corner box, you know that it's pre-63. No doubt. Thanks to the Nighttiger. This was I read this. It was really good. That is a cool cover. It's so simplistic, but it's, I don't know. I think it's cool. You think it's cool, anybody? Oh, that's why my camera's going wonky, because I'm doing this. Cinnamon grape. Ooh, I haven't had those in a long time. Ooh wee. Oh, Steve, get on, man. What's up? What? I thought you were getting on. You abandoned me for your wife? I get it, Charla. Did I just get a text? Where's my phone at, people? I did. It's my son. He's saying they just found another batch of classified documents in Biden's possession. Okay. Well, there you heard it. Nighttiger Comics. All right. Oh, what was I going? Oh, this I picked up this one this year too. It's no big deal really, but you can get this one inexpensive. 133. It's a killer cover. What did I pay for this damn thing? I paid that much? Whoops. It says I paid 57. It's a high grade copy though. I think it's like a 9.0 or something. That's why I paid up for it. Trying to put a little bit of higher grade Silver Age in the collection. That camera is going to bug me because it's about to go out. I'm going to have to switch it over. Okay, I'm switching my camera over, people, to the other port. Wait a minute. All right. That wasn't so bad. This book was really good. I just read this recently. I want to see what people are saying here before I get into this book. It sprinkled snow earlier. Oh, how blessed thou art. Yeah. Who remembers that, huh? Boy, that was a 15-minute show. 30. Yeah, it's supposed to be freezing here. Oh, I got both cats in here. Okay, so I read this. This was really good. I actually picked up a second copy for $8, and one of this was like $4 or $5. It's a killer cover. I'm telling you, that guy looks like Robert. What's his name? Culp. Robert Culp from Greatest American Hero, the FBI guy. That looks like him right there. But this is really good because Billy Batson comes in from his Earth. He just appears on Superman's Earth, and at first he doesn't know where he's at, and then he turns into and he becomes actually becomes the villain. So it's a really cool story. I liked it. It was written really well. The art is great. You could pick this up inexpensive. So it's a minor key. It's the first actual semblance of Captain Marvel in the DC universe. It's not his actual appearance yet. He's called Captain Thunder. But yeah, that's a really cool. I love the cover, the yellow. It's a book that if I can find it, $5, I pick it up every time. I'll have 100 of them one day. Here's another good one. Another great story. The Adaptoid. Kirby. The maddening mystery of the inconceivable Adaptoid. I forget who made him, but he's like this cyborg made out of clay, and he can just adapt to any Avenger. That's number 82. You got your corner box right there. I talked about that on that video. Let's see what Steve is up to here. 26 degrees here, but have shorts on. That's what we do in Ohio. We put shorts on here too, especially in the summer. I like wearing my winter clothes. I like my long sleeves. West Floridians, we have our long sleeves and our long pants, and we put them in a little area in a closet, and we wait for those 2 days that we can wear them a year. And so if it gets like below 60, we're all wearing our long clothes because we're waiting for that weather. Where are you? Where are you in South Texas? Yeah, we lost that account. I was going there like every week. I loved it. It was good money. That comic book money I'm not getting anymore. Hey, does anybody have a Tale of Suspense collection they want to show off on the channel? Get on here. So that's number 84, December 1966. Nice corner box. Is that a Kirby corner box? I believe it is. Half body. The Super Adaptoid. He looks like some kind of insect. Nice classic Kirby cover. Hey, Steve, do you have a Tales of Suspense collection? Oh, remember, Steve, I just went to Sweden and Scandinavia. I'm sure it's much colder there. You think? Huh? Hey, Steve, do you have how many Tales of Suspense you have? People tell me about your Tales of Suspense collection. I want to know. This is Neil Adams, and this is like a really high grade copy of this book. I did read this. It was really good too. So early Neil Adams and DC Comics. Master of the Voodoo Machine. It's funny because I got this in the next town over, and my LCS had it for the same price, but it was like a 2.0. This is like a 9.0. Gray Man. Have a good one, brother. Talk to you later. Just a few. You got to work on that, brother. This was an auction win on eBay. $12, man. I didn't realize how pricey this book is. Early Ant-Man. No corner box. Tales of Astonish. Number 40 in 1963. Larry Lieber cover. Jack Kirby. This is before the Wasp, man. There's no Wasp yet. I didn't realize this. It was pointed out in an article I read. You just put a GI in front of his name and made him Giant Man. I'm like, what? I never thought of that. Dang, my throat is like dry. I always loved Kirby's Ant-Man. I always thought he was cool. There's so much that you can play with when you can shrink your character down. Speaking of Ant-Man, I picked this up in Tennessee on my way up to Wisconsin. It was $6 or $7. It has like a corner missing on the bottom. Another good story. And now you have the Wasp and you have the corner box up there. This is from 1963 of September. You got the Ant-Man, you got the Wasp. Thanks, brother. Thanks. I love a good Ant-Man cover. Oh, here's a key. This was a really good. The art in here is so good. That first splash page just blew me away. This is where the title changes from reprints to original stories. And Death is the narrator. And I mean, they really do a great job on this book. I think this is another key that it's pretty affordable. You want to have this. So you can find that. Get on eBay when you're searching and look. It's number 9. And if you can find one like around $15, I'd pick it up. I would. Steve knows this issue very well. I think this is second print, first appearance of the Joker Who Laughs, or the Batman Who Laughs. Teen Titans number 12, November 2007. I gifted this first print years ago when it came out to Steve Codwell. I love Disney and comics. Go there, check him out, sub him up. He shows a lot of killer books, a lot of Golden Age, Keys, Marvel. He's just an all-around good guy. He's like your neighbor next door. What are you people dead? Let's see some comments in there. Killer Kirby. Behind him, Ragnarok. I picked that up. I bought a book from a seller on eBay, and I guess they misplaced it or they didn't know where it was, so they offered me credit or my cash back, and I took credit, and this is one of the books I got. 157, October 68. And I picked that up last year. This is a Killer Golden Age book right here. Now, this, I got it cheap, but it's a hard book to get. This does have a tear that goes all the way through the book, and it's probably like 2-3 inches long, but you can't see it. What did I pay for this? I paid $18 with shipping, but an extremely scarce book for the Golden Age. You got Marvel Man on the cover, Popular Comics. That's one of their original characters. It's kind of like their answer to Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon. And these are very hard to find. So for $18, it has a rip, and it's right here. It goes all the way through. And the reason you'll find that pretty frequent in Golden Age books, these tears that'll go through the book. It's because kids used to take these comics and then would fold them in half and then fold them in half again and put them in their pockets. So you got to be careful, especially when you are looking at Golden Age and you read the description and it talks about a rip. I would ask questions about that. I have bought a few. I paid for a few already, and then sent them a message asking about that tear. And when they described it, I'm like, could I get my money back, please? I bought a few of them, but I try to stay away from them unless the book is extremely scarce. And that is just a cool looking book. This is from 1940. So early Golden Age. And I got the link in the chat. Nobody wants to come on and chat. And we got some Yellow Jacket, Killer Horror, Golden Age, superhero. Has a first narration by a character called the Old Witch, which predates EC's by, I think, 7 years. I haven't read this one yet. The covers in this series aren't all that good. This is probably one of the best out of the series. And one of the LCS owners in another town was telling me about this book and told me I could get it under 200. And I didn't believe him, but I did. I got one under 200. Okay, do you want to see slabs? You want to see Golden Age? What do you want to see? I got some early Green Hornets. What number is this? Bondage cover. This is number 14 from September 43. It's got one war staple. That's all it has. It's a giant book. It's got the damsel down there in distress. I just love, after a certain period, the trade dress didn't look that cool to me. I have some of the later issues, but the early issues look the coolest. Decapitation cover. He lost his head, missing one body. Marvel Tales. April 54, number 122. Atlas. It's probably a Joe Manili cover. Is it Joe Manili? Yeah. What time is it? Maybe we'll hang out till 10. I'll upload that video and you guys will give me some likes and we'll get some views. I've been looking for this issue again since I found this one. This has a villain in it called the Black Widow. And she ends up accidentally killing herself at the end. So it's her first and last appearance. She's really sexy. But she shoots Plastic Man at the end and the bullet bounces off him and kills her. It goes right in her heart. It's a really odd tale. The art is fantastic and a cool super villain. And I want to find another one of these. I just love this book so much, and it's so beautiful too. Police Comics number 96, November 94. And it's got Jack Cole art inside, so it's going to be really good. He is a fantastic artist. Okay, where's everybody at? Is there a football game on or something? Another early golden age. This is actually from 1939. You got some Tarzan going on. This book is completely reprints from the newspapers because that's how the first comics came about. They were selling the reprints. They were making money off something they had already produced once and were able to repackage it and sell it again. A genius idea. America ate it up. It was the internet at the time. What's up, Mastodon? Oh. Yeah, I just do these random things whenever I want. I don't mean to step on anybody's toes. The wife said she had something to do. I said, can I go play? And she said, go for it. All Surprise number 5. I didn't know about this book until last year. I started looking for all the funny animal books that have war covers. So you got Super Bunny right there with surrendered Japanese soldiers. He stripped them down, took their weapons. This is a timely comic book. And it's from 1944, the winter of. I don't know, what did I pay for that? I paid $58. They just another one popped up on my comic shop last week, and I think it was for like 200 or something, and it was low grade. So there are people out there that are sellers. They're not into comics. They do flea markets. They buy bulk stuff. They find comics. They don't do all that research and stuff. They basically know things about the market. So, they put a decent price on them, but sometimes you'll get $100 book for $20. You just got to be the one to find it first. This is cool. I won this in an auction. This is Canadian Golden Age, original stuff. So when America, we had a ban on exports, and that included licensing also. And since Canadian publishers were reproducing like second print American comics at the time, once the war ban was on, they couldn't use those characters for a period. And so they started producing original material. But it's funny because when the ban was lifted at the end of the war, the Canadian readership, the kids in Canada, would rather have Superman, Batman, Captain America than their own original Canadian superheroes. So all these died out quickly. It's a really fascinating piece of history. All right, let me see what the crazies are saying. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got you, brother. I hope they pull in a lot of money. I bought this a few years ago. Now this book is super pricey and low grade, but this is a really nice copy of Skyrocket. This is a one shot from 1945 by Harry Chesler, publisher. It's a pretty scarce book. I mean, I would put it like at a 9 in scarcity. It's out there. You'll see one of these probably every couple of years. And you can see it's got he's shooting a Jap through his plane. He jumped out of it. He parachuted. It's kind of odd to really know what's going on. But he's like, I don't know, he's passing his plane, landing on it. I got a lot of good books coming. I actually, a lot of books I ordered at the end of the year. And for some reason, for different reasons, they're all delayed. One guy has a sick mother. I don't know. Several of the books I ordered were from out of the country. I think 2 were from 2 from Mexico, and 1 or 2 from Argentina. One of them's not even getting here till February. So I have a bunch of books. I haven't got nothing this week. It's the first week I haven't ever got a package in a long time. So I picked these up. I learned about these. I do research on Golden Age all the time. I'm like looking for books that I've never seen. So then I saw this. I don't know which one I saw first. So this is from 1946. TikTok Tales, number 11. A really nice copy too. So when I learned, I didn't buy this, but I saw this. I was like, oh, this is cool. I was doing some kind of random search or something. Then I saw this one, which they repurposed the book as a Christmas issue in 1951, so 6 years later. So once I learned about them, I went and searched on eBay for the 2 high-grade copies that I could, the highest grade. And fortunately, they were like pennies. I paid $21 for that with shipping and tax. That's from 1946. $21. And look at the condition. And notice that has a cuckoo clock. The other one doesn't have that. And then this one was 30. And it's even higher grade than the other one. And then, so just goes to show you stuff's out there. Okay. Other books that I got in. I bought this. So I just showed you that I got 150. Didn't I just get 153? What was it? That's weird that I just got that. Now I can't find it, right? You're kidding me. There it is. Oh, this is 151. Okay, so that's the one I just picked up today. And then this is what I got on eBay, a high-grade copy of that. I rarely ever see like a full mouth, like French kiss on a DC or a Marvel book. A romance. So I thought that was cool. You're kidding me. What? This was the one I got today was actually an upgrade because this one, it wasn't when I got it, it looked worse than the picture. So it was nice to get a little upgrade there, which is really weird. Look at this one. It has a miscut. The good, nice, high-grade one has the miscut, and this one is perfectly centered. That is not fair. I can't believe that. She's checking to make sure he took his pills. Okay, I'm completely lost here. Is that the joke or the punchline? Oh, I see what you're saying. Ah, okay. Ah, clever, clever. So these three came together in a lot, and this was a 100-pager, Young Romance. Of course, that's a Simon and Kirby title that they started. Actually, it's the first romance title in comics. 100 pagers. These romance 100 pagers are really, really tough to find. Picked up a low grade copy. I don't know why I bought this. I should not have bought it. Phantom. I forget what I paid for this, but it's Buck Chew on it, or I don't know. It's missing the cover. It's just so low grade. I should have saved my money and waited. But it is what it is. You can't have regrets. And then another book, I bought this. They said it was high grade. It was cheap. But it's not. It's got some issues on the back cover. And I really, really wanted a high grade copy of this book because I just like it. This is the direct version, so there's no barcode. There's no barcode there. Which I thought, looks much better. I'd rather have this than the newsstand. It looks high grade if you look at it like that, but if you get close, it's the front's not bad. Like I said, there's a little bit of issue on the backs, and like really little orange staining or something. It's not really bad, but it definitely doesn't make it high grade. I hate when that happens, man. Man, did he use words like man? Let's see here. What are we doing? All right, there we go.
Mr. O'Brien.
No, I'm Dylan Murphy.
I'm O'Brien.
You're a brilliant man.
Did you see the way she was looking at me?
She's a Nazi, George. A Nazi.
Wait a minute, the phone. We'll call the police. Yeah, hello, police? Listen, we're in the back of a limo in Queens.
Jerry's a Nazi?
You don't look like an O'Brien.
Me? Yeah, right.
You really don't look like a Murphy.
I may not look like a Murphy, but I act like a.
I may not look like a Murphy, but I act like a Murphy. It's all high. Nah, I don't have a lot of negative experiences on eBay. They're very far and few between. Those just happen to be the two that I had like together for a long time. I haven't had one. No, I love eBay. I bought, oh man, I got this book I just bought. It's so scarce, but I didn't want to, I'm trying not to spend big money on books for right now. And it was $169 and I offered him $130 and he took it. But eBay, I can't figure out how to shut that automatic payoff. They pay it once your offer is accepted. They pay it, which is better really for me. I'd rather not use credit. But it's called Vic Jordan, and it's a World War II book. It's got a woman soldier parachuting on the cover, and in the full cover. It's pretty cool. Read my text on my phone. Charla said we should do a $20 wife pick comic book challenge where a couple of us give our wives $20 to buy a comic, see which one gets the best book. Thinking 5 or more people. My wife won't do that. That's work. That's extra work for her. She's not going to do it. I'll ask her. I mean, that does sound interesting, but to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you, it sounds like a lot of work to do for us that have to create that video. Steve, back me up on this. I'm going to ask my wife, though. I want to see what her response is. I mean, I like the idea. I just got this for $20. Number 20. World War II buy war bonds. Early Bugs Bunny. I freaked out when I saw this listing. I've learned my lesson. I bought a book once, a scarce Phantom book from 1949 from Canada. And I was telling the guy, thank you. And I sent him a message. You don't understand how scarce this book is. Like an idiot. And the next thing I know, I'm waiting like over a month and a half. Then I was like, kept asking him where the book was. And then he's like, oh, it came back. It said the address was wrong. And I'm like, what? He showed me the address, and it wasn't exactly right, but they shouldn't have been able to not, they should be able to figure out where it went. So he goes, well, you want me to send it? I said, again, yeah. So he sent it another 2 months. I got it back again. And I'm thinking, the next thing I saw it on eBay for $700. It wasn't worth that, but it was funny. It's funny. Okay, we got comments rolling in here. You need to find that. I need to find another one and another one and another one. We can't have it for 20. Meaning that to produce the video, give me the raw footage and I'll definitely put it together. I'm afraid Charlotte, I don't want to hurt your feelings. Okay, how about this? Steve, produce it. Tell me what to do and I'll do what I need to do. How's that sound? How's that compromise? Making me feel bad. Okay, so this book, so even though this was a killer, definitely a killer find, this next one was the killerest find of all. I didn't even know this book existed. I saw it on eBay for $50. This is from 1942. I saw that on eBay and I'm like, I got so excited. I started researching this right away because I want to make sure that the price is fair. And so I started researching this book and realizing the more I looked for and the more I learned about how scarce it was. And it's the first appearance of the Little Orphan Annie's Young Commandos. She gathers the neighborhood kids and they form a group to protect the home front and help out during the war. So shipping tax was $62, and I thought that was a great deal. I sure wanted to pay less, but I definitely didn't want to pay more. And it's complete. So I'm glad to have that. And I just started a war stamp wall shelf. So I'm going to put that up there. I actually had it up there. Okay. I got to listen to Charlotte. She's going to tell me something. Well, I like the idea. It's not that I don't like the idea. I just don't want to do the work to make it happen. I'll do it. Steve, get 5 people to commit and I'll definitely do it. And I'll ask my wife. But that means we're going to have to either buy a subscription to StreamYard so we can have them all on at the same time, or we're going to have them come on and them go off because you can only have 6 people max on the free. We could do them separate and record them and then put it all in one video. Okay, the idea is born. Now let it grow. Okay, where am I at? Is it past 10 o'clock? Do you know where your comic book collectors are at, wives? They're out at the comic stores getting drunk on comics. I do have this LB Cole slab. This is Ghostly Weird Tales from 1954, I believe. 53. 1253. How many do I have? I think I have 2 issues of this. I used to have the other one on the wall. That's another thing I started to do at the end of the year, and I want to keep doing, is changing my wall. Because I used to just leave it the same forever. I think this is my whole slab collection right here. Oh no, there's a few more over there. Major Victory, number 3. Yep. 1945. So you can tell my favorite era of comics is like 1938 to 1945. That's my favorite. 46. Pre-war and war era. Finally marked this off my list last year. I love the Defenders. I grew up on the Defenders. I always liked reading the Avengers, but I was a diehard Defenders fan. Bill's in the house. Okay, I'm putting, guys, get on. What's up? Don't be afraid. That's a Herb Trim cover? Or is that a Gil Kane? I don't even know. Is it says, is it Severin? That's Neil Adams? I never knew that was Neil Adams. Killer dudes. Gnarly. Neil Adams. All right. We're going to bed happy tonight. Well, if nobody gets on in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to go play video games. And my wife won't play bowling with me. I told her, I won't go on YouTube if you bowl with me on Xbox, and she wouldn't do it. All American Comics, number 81 from 1947. I love the All American trade dress. Ever ready. This is a CGC universal grade. I don't know what that means. 3.0, I don't know what that means either. And it's cream to off-white pages. You just got to believe them because we're never going to see them again. Everyone needs this in their collection. That was actually COVID money right there. I was helping to bolster up that market. We have a second one here. This is All American Comics number 52 from 1943 with Hap Harrigan. Back in the 1940s, people named their kids Hap. And they didn't even use 1 P, they used 2. Who is CGC? Some guy in Tampa, Florida. We have a Batman key, the first appearance of the Signal Man, like a Z-list character. But nonetheless, it's a killer cover, though. That's a 3.5, but I don't know what that means. It's a CGC, a universal grade from 1957. And it has a barcode over here. You can look it up online yourself. Good night, sweetie. Hap is a nickname for Henry, isn't it? I have no clue. What's happening? Oh, this is a scarce one. Mucho scarso. That's Spanish lingo for all you people in Rio Linda. Astonishing with Marvel Boy, aliens, dude, coolness on steroids. It's a 1.0. That's one below 2.0 and one above 0.0. It's not the grade I'd like to have this book in, but this book is so scarce. It's an Atlas book. And I could tell you history. There's a lot of history on this title. It actually started as Marvel Boy, became Astonishing. There's actually a Canadian second print series that changed. It kept the title Marvel Boy to the end, but after the third issue was Fox reprints inside. So cool book, killer book. You've seen it here on the Nighttiger comic channel. Culture pop at its best. Hap Harrigan, Linda. Bada bing, bada boom. Her Linda. Okay, so this is a hanging cover. It's a CJC Universal Grade Ranger number 38. She's hanging from the tree. They're testing her out as a Christmas ornament. And I don't think she's liking it too much. It's a little faded cover. That's why I was probably able to afford this book. It's got a little tiny corner missing right there. But I paid pennies for this to what it usually goes for. It's a 2.5 if you didn't see that right there. Okay. Moving on. Another scarce Golden Age book. This is a Centaur. Centaur was only a publisher for 2 years, from 1940 to 1942. And they put out some really killer stuff. So you got Amazing Adventure, funnies. Because remember, early comic books were reprints of the funnies. So a lot of the early comic book titles included the name funnies in the title. But she's doing a Marilyn Monroe out of the car. He's trying to pick her up. He's got some kind of weird cape. He's purple. It's a really odd cover, but it's really, really cool. Cats are banging on the door. It's Purdy. So, Steve, you're going to contact these couples, okay? And we'll go from there. Buster, what do you want? Okay, hold on. I'm at his beck and call. You ready? Here. Hold on. All right. Oh, yeah. I picked this one up in the trade, brothers and sisters of the disciples of the Nighttiger. I think I'm going to crack this baby open so I can read it. Actually, the thoughts of cracking some of these open have started to creep in my mind in the last month or so, because I'm really craving to hold these babies, smell them, experience them like they should be, break them out of the prisons. Oh, yeah. Another Golden Age good girl. Boobage. Boobage. I don't know, is it Boobage or Boobage? 3.0. Kit West. Grot's in the house. Crack them out. Let them free. Have a cracking party. If I crack them all, I'll be called the Kraken. A party? No, I want to do one at a time. I want to bring it out, like out of the, what is it called? Out of the canal. Bring it into the world like it's reborn. What are we freaking nuts? These collectors, these comic book collectors are crazy people. This is a 6.5. This is a Captain Atom, if you will. It's a Steve Ditko cover, if you will. I just want to say, if you will, if you will. That's a 6.5. So we're getting up there, people. That's higher than a 5.5 for you people in Real Linda. Yeah, okay. Shoot him with a shotgun. Let's run him over with the pickup truck. All right. Oh, yeah, I picked up this one also this last year. You know, the other day I was looking at one of these online and I'm like, wait a minute, don't I have that? And sure enough, I do. The first third Black Knight. Is that right? The first third Black Knight? Black Knight lives again. Yay. Yeah, the guy I know who sells comics, he's got a booth at the antique store, and he had this there for 400, I think. And I asked him about it. He's like, "Oh, I'll do 350." I'm like, "Oh, I'm good. I got this for less than 200, and it's graded. His was raw. It was probably about the same condition." Okay, what are you freaks saying, Steve? Maybe they both did. It was Lawrence. The only thing Bub shoots is I don't no, I've never seen Bub shoot anything. According to Comic Collector Geek, you're blowing through hours and hours of content. These are already I've shown all these. Well, no, some of these I'm going to do another video on, but I don't care. It's all about the comics, man. Yeah, this is so we're going up. So it's a 7.0. So that's one more than a 6.0. And you got Mr. Freeze there, Jim Apparel cover, Whitman variant. Well, I wouldn't be blowing through content if I could get somebody else to come on here and we could talk about stuff. But let me see where we at. I'll do to 10:30. I got more books, dudes. I love showing you. I love sharing. I love talking comics. This is a golden age box. Now it's funny. I can tell you about every one of these books. Like I say, I haven't been on eBay in like the last 2 days, but normally I'm always searching. This book I've seen multiple times for anywhere between 50 to 100 in low grade. I managed to pick this up a while back for $20 in high grade. It's from 1954. So Golden Age has the 10-cent cover. No comic code on it. That's what I always look for in these DC books like this. Really nice swimsuit cover. And sometimes what people do is they tend to try to make a book a key. where it doesn't already have the foundation. They want to set it in their sales description. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but some of these books they try to say like they're scarce or rare when they're not. They're not at all. But here's a few more. Here's Date with Judy. But you can find these quite often in high grade. A pre-code for less than 20. What did I pay for that one? I paid $11 for that with shipping. High grade copy, 1954, number 12. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but that's good. You know, people enjoy his show. They like what he does. I like what he does. But you know, he buys a lot, and when I was having stacks of books too, you could see at the end of the year I had to do 3 videos. I like how he talks about why he bought the book. He talks about the history. I actually learned a lot watching Alan. I like how he did the question and answer the other day about the ducks, and he went and researched them. This is number 13. This is Date with Judy. She was a famous radio star. And this is from 1950. This is from 1949. What did I pay? I paid $11 for that one. I think I bought them as a lot. So it was $22 with shipping and tax. What is with that light? But really cool. Nice high grade. $11. I think it's good stuff for the collection. This was a high grade book. That's the reason I bought it. I think I have this already, but this is a really nice copy. It was $36 with shipping, but look at it. Really nice high grade copy of that. These books are usually beat up so bad. Rarely you find high grades of these targets. It's a Bill Allison covers from 1945. Let me see what our people are saying here. Oh, I know. Oh, I just picked this one up. That's a cool ghost cover. Another one of these that has that teal. Where's that other book? I forget what it was. Oh, that Shazam. Let's see if it matches. That teal is, I just love that color. Nice ghost cover too. Funny book. We have some Fire Hair, West Pioneer Romances. This book from changed titles 3 different times. And it wasn't only, I think, a 9-issue run. It went, where did it go? Fire Hair, then Fire Hair Comics on issue 2, then Pioneer West Romances for 3 issues, then back to Fire Hair Comics again. So, and these are pretty tough to find. I think I may have completed the series. It's only like 9 issues. I know Alan from the Comic Collector Geek, he also was trying to complete the series. Okay, guys, we're going to wrap it up in about 6 minutes. I have some more books to show. Go back, if you haven't, go back and watch my Who Created the Marvel corner box. I got lucky a couple years ago. A seller had several copies of the WoW comics in high grade for very low. I think they were like 70. A couple were 70, a couple were 50. There was 4 of them. Bought every one. I have not seen this book in this condition yet. And people still want to ask a lot of money for the lower grade ones. What year is this? 1947. Okay, let's see. We'll grab another stack. We got a couple more minutes. How about some Black Cat? You like some Black Cat from Harvey? I don't have the date on that. It's got to be 1948, probably. Really cool. We got some more Looney Tunes. He chopped down the cherry tree. What number is this? Number 41 from March 45. We have a timely horror. I think this is the third timely horror issue there is. Marvel or whatever in all the company. And that's Marvel Tales number 94, 1949. Saul Brodsky cover. Haunted Love. Oh, Cat's trying to get in. Hey, Cat. Okay. Oh, you're trying to get out. All right, let me show a couple books really quick. Some Golden Age. We got some Good Girl Westerns. That's a nice one. This is a pretty tough book to get in high grade. This book is too. This book isn't high grade because it's tough to get it in high grade. Fighting Daniel Boone. Then we got Jungle Comics. Oh yeah, I love that cover. We got, this is a Joe Doolin cover. Do you have that one? Then we have some more Young Romance. Nice. Very sensual cover. The Witch Girl. We got some Jumbo Comics with Sheena. Oh, yeah. Look at those legs, boys. And we have another. It's not very scarce, but it's definitely hard to find them. We got Bruce Gentry. I believe this is a Canadian comic. And I think that was another radio show, I think. Newspaper. America's famous newspaper comic. I don't know what that means. Just a really cool Golden Age Good Girl. This is actually a variant. I did some research on it. It's from 1948. There are some issues that don't have the price on the cover, and this happens to be, or the number has the issue number on the cover. This one happens to be one of those variants that doesn't have it. Interesting to note. What time we got? People, okay. We got Federal Comics, which is actually reprints from newspaper strip of The Federalman by Siegel and Schuster. So picked that up last year also. I hope you enjoyed hanging out, looking at comics, talking comics. I'm just going to get out of here, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Check out my upload, which will be up soon, within probably an hour or two. Take care. Nighttiger, peace out.